You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on the irlonestar.com.
Hello, here we go. Monday, October 1st. That's kind of fun, October 1st. I am your host, Margie Taylor for Conroe Culture News, FM 104.5, 106.1 out of downtown Conroe, Lone Star Community Radio. And this show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic Center at 3303 West Davis in Conroe, across from Conroe High School and by Taco Bell. So we have some wonderful things going on today. And we have all gone to the Bears. Who is sitting next to you, Katie?
This is Poulsen.
This is Poulsen. Poulsen, do you talk? No. You just shake hands or do the hand motions or whatever. Okay.
High fives and hugs.
That's good. He does bear hugs, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we have Kati Krouse with Bears, etc., and Poulsen. Then we're going to have Claire Lindsay, who's a candidate for Justice of the Peace in Precinct 3. And then we're going to have Dispute Resolution Center. Amber Gong is going to tell us about all the stuff they have going on. So, yes, the show has gone to the Bears. The
very
Bears.
good.
It's very good. Yeah, it is very good. It's a very good day. So, so a few things first before we have you tell us about your upcoming OctorBEARfest that's coming up this Saturday. So it's starting to look a lot like fall. If you look outside the window right now, it's like really looking like fall, and the trees are blowing, and I think we're about to have a storm. I'm getting these weather alerts and all that, so it's kind of fun. Kind of makes it spooky, Halloween-ish kind of thing. So you can get new fall merchandise at the Assistance Center. They're not open Mondays, but go by any day. They have some good 50% off, 75% off on a lot of their stuff going on. And they are getting ready for their big thing that they do at Christmas time, the December. They sell tickets for it. It's like a fundraiser, like $10 a ticket to go in and get all this Christmas decor and all that. So they're getting ready for that as well. And I will have more details as it gets closer in. But, hey, you can get your Halloween costume there, for a great price. And they give back all the donations. First of all, they're all but volunteers that work there. There's no paid staff that checks the merchandise in, works the store, rings the sales up, and all that. But then they also give to the school bell program that close students in school, and they do that in all 6 school districts throughout Montgomery County. They help seniors, they help vets, they help with fans, they do all these philanthropic programs. So go check that out.
And they're dressing like their 60,000 or 600,000th kid. Like it's a big number.
Well,
they're doing amazing things.
Yeah, they do a lot of amazing things. So you should go by and check it out. There's some really great deals and wonderful finds out there. You won't find it anywhere else. So also, Mimi's on Main. I just walked in there about 30 minutes ago, and they're all decked out for fall. They've got their fall window set. If you like orange and brown and rust and those colors, maybe a little accent with purple because of Halloween, go in there and check it out and find some different decor items. And while you're there, you might as well stop in at the corner pub and get a Reuben sandwich for lunch. He doesn't eat Reuben sandwiches, does he? No. He says no. Ambrose said no. But like veggies? Do you like veggies? Okay. Well, we're going to find out about that in a little bit. So I'll eat your Reuben sandwich if that's okay. So a few things going on this week. We have the market days in downtown Conroe is happening because it's the first Thursday of the month. And I know that's LobsterFest, which is a big, big festival with Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber. And that will be happening at Lone Star Convention Center from 5 till 8, I believe, with the largest auction anywhere, and lobster and steak. So they have that going on. But if you want to go to a free event, Market Days has changed locations. It was at Heritage Park over there with the free concert series, but it has moved from Founders Plaza Park and Heritage Park to the street on Simonton between, let's say, the Red Brick Tavern and Corner Pub. So it's a street party in the form of vendors and things like that. And, you guys could come hang out, too, if you wanted to.
That be at LobsterFest.
Oh, of course you are. Of course you are.
Look for the bear basket at LobsterFest. There's some good goodies in there.
So that happens from 4 to 8 on Thursday, October 4th. And we're still taking vendors. We're still looking for people who want to sell pumpkins as well. Then on Saturday, there's Oktoberfest, and there's also the Family Promise bed races, and that's from 7 in the morning, starts at 7 till we finish. And today is the very last day to sign up if you want to race a bed. Yes, I did say a bed. A mattress of any size, put 4 wheels on it. You don't even have to have a steering wheel because you have one person riding and 4 people pushing, 2 in front and 2 in back. And I heard rumors that our Conroe mayor will be riding one as well with city council people pushing. Just throwing that out there. So if anybody wants to come see that happening, and that's going to happen in the bed race down Newton Street by the chamber to the park. So that will be fun, but you got to be there to watch it. So that's about it. Oh, and also save the date, the annual Catfish Festival. The Cajun Catfish Festival is
That's
coming
your
up.
alley, Polson.
Polson, do you go to that? Do you like the music and the dancing? Yeah. And you don't drink beer, though, do you? Yeah.
Are you old enough, Polson?
I don't know about that. Yeah, maybe more dancing and music is what I'm thinking. But that starts Friday, October 12th through Sunday, October 14th with live music, food, dancing, vendors, bears, maybe bears. You never know. So you can go to friendsofconroe.com and find out about that. You can find more information on their Facebook page as well. So we're going to roll into all about bears, etc.
Yes.
So Katie, you have been on here before in other shows as well. So let's do a refresh. Bears, etc. There's more to the bear than meets the eye. There's more.
Right. Yes, there's so much more, and
So much
especially with our big hopes, goals, and dreams of being in the community. So at the basis of it, we're an exotic animal rescue. So people will call us. They have bears. They have tortoises. They have snakes. They have lions, tigers, and we will help find them placement and take them to that placement if need be. So that's the basis of it. Our specialty is bears. My husband and I have been doing this for, 20 years each before we met each other at another sanctuary that we worked at. So while we're doing that, we have educational programs that we do. We do bear awareness. We do anything from littles to bigs. We're talking to the Rotaries. Our goal right now is to talk to farmers and ranchers of East Texas to talk about the bears that are moving back in and how to be bear aware, because it's not something they've really had to be aware of before now. But as the bears are moving in from Louisiana, that's a huge thing that I'm
Why are they moving in from Louisiana?
Louisiana transplanted bears to western side of the state back in the mid 2000s, and they have thrived there. And as the ecosystem is similar in East Texas, they're moving in. This is great bear habitat for them. Bears once covered the entire, or black bears in general, covered the entire United States down into Mexico. So they are a native species to here. But by 1940, they were all extirpated. And slowly but surely, they've moved back in. The first bear came in from Mexico in the 1960s over into West Texas and made its home in Big Bend. There's 50 resident bears there now. And so most of the bears coming into East Texas, however, are mostly transient males getting kicked out away from mom at a couple years of age. And they're just trying to find their home territories now. They
just roam. How old are they when they leave mom?
Generally 2 to 3. Most of the males are 2. Females will stay sometimes another year. So the young ones, because there's already males with territories in those areas, they get kicked out further and further. So they're trying to find placement here in the ecosystem.
So where is the closest place you've seen bears close to Montgomery County?
In Montgomery County, in the Sam Houston National Forest, we've seen scat and prints. So it's very important to be talking to hikers and campers and things of that nature, cleaning up our parks, because they're going to be very, or I guess I should say, they're very opportunistic in what they have to eat. So if you leave bags of garbage, they're going to become used to eating bags of garbage, of food, your leftovers, and things of that nature. So we want people not only to keep our parks clean, but also not create human-animal conflicts because of people feeding bears.
So if they eat a lot of that stuff, then they won't like the natural,
Right.
the berries,
Because just
the
like we
whatever.
can get addicted to sugars, they can get addicted to
Which isn't
sugars,
good.
and they have a major sweet tooth. So, we want them to eat natural foods and stay healthy.
So you are a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
And any donations that people give you, they can do write it off for
Right.
tax purposes. You're
Yes.
tax exempt. And you have OctorBEARfest coming up in Montgomery
Yes.
this Saturday. And tell me a little bit about that.
So this is our first big event. We're very excited for it. Over my 20 years at different organizations that have had bears, I'm like, let's have an OctorBEARfest. And they're like, no, because they're more big cat focused. So I'm very excited to be able to do this and live out part of the dream that is bears, etc. So there's a barbecue cook-off. We're still looking for cook-off teams. There's vendor booths. There's still vendor booth spaces available. We have a silent auction. Most of the silent auction items will be displayed there, but that's going online, so people don't have to stay and bid. They can actually go to our Facebook page and bid on those silent auction items. Keep your eyes out. We're posting every day as the silent auction items come in. There's a wine pull. There's still opportunity to donate wine, and there's a bake sale, so still opportunity to get some yummy goodness into that bake sale as well. And we'll have T-shirts, and we have live music playing, bounce houses, and we have Safe Haven Horse Rescue or Equine Rescue coming in, and they just got back from helping with rescuing large animals after Florence. And so they're going to bring their equipment to show you how they do animal rescue, including their lift. So kids and adults too can be lifted into the air, similar to how they do horses and cattle, and get to experience that. They actually responded after Hurricane Harvey as well. So we're very excited to have them partnering with us because they are a great horse sanctuary, and I've reached out to all the ag extension offices and the horse rescues in the area, inviting them to come and meet one of their peers, so to speak, because they are a GFAS accredited sanctuary, which is a global accreditation. And I know Henry's Home is working on their GFAS, so I'm very excited for them to meet another GFAS accredited horse rescue. And that's a goal for us as well, is to be a GFAS accredited sanctuary.
So what time is the festival?
This festival is 10 to 5. Vendors and everything kind of opens up at 9, but the festival really starts at 10.
Okay, and that is at the park over in Montgomery,
Yeah,
right?
it's around the community center. Jacob, they're along 149 or Liberty Street. And so the barbecue cook-off is in the Jacobs parking lot, and then the vendor booths, bounce houses, everything is there in the grass along the community center.
So tell me about the cook-off. Is it sanctioned, or how does it work? Can they just show up and cook? What are the requirements?
Okay, so it's not sanctioned, but there is a points distributed to winning teams. And so it's so basically it's a $250 entry. There's 5 entries. Friday night is an exotic, anything but bear. And then Saturday is a chicken, a brisket, ribs, and a dessert. So we start pulling in at 1:00, and we start getting you established and in your spots. And then the entry is $250. And half of that is given back to the winners. So if you win the chicken, you get a portion of that. If you win the whole thing, you get a portion of that.
So it's cash
distributed.
prizes.
Yeah, cash prize. And then we do have some trophies.
How exciting. So no bear, huh?
No.
So
Paulson's safe.
So Paulson, you will be out there and giving bear hugs and
And high fives.
high fives and schmoozing with the people and all that.
Yep.
Do you like honey? Okay. Okay. So you have vendors out there?
Right. Vendor booths are $100. And you can actually, if you email me, I'll send you a vendor application, and you can email it back to me and pay through our PayPal on our Facebook page. So that way we can make it super easy, and we don't have to wait on a check to come through the snail mail.
Oh, it sounds good. So you have all this information on your Facebook page too,
on the
where they
Facebook
can
page.
contact you, or they can send you a message on Facebook.
Yep.
Bears, ETC, Bears,
Yes.
etc. And the same for your website as
Yep.
well. Bears,
And there's a
etc.
event page for OctorBEARfest, so you'll be able to find that too.
So what do you need from people?
Mostly donations. if you can't bring wine or a silent auction item, you can give donations and we can go out and shop for you. But our biggest thing is we need to get a property. So we need 15 to 25 acres. So instead of transporting these animals to other sanctuaries, the other sanctuaries are full. There's really no one that can take on another bear because they're full. Like our dog and cat shelters are full in the area. So we're looking for 15 to 25 acres. Again, 501c3, you can donate it to us, lease it to us, or we need to raise $200,000 so we can put a deposit on a property so we can get up and running. That's the most important thing because there's currently 1,000 bears living in people's backyards in like 20 by 30 concrete habitats. And they're living in substandard conditions, which means they're basically being fed like poor dog food or something like that. They're not even getting the veterinary care or the right nutrition that they need in these backyards. So that's what we need. That's like the ultimate goal of these fundraisers and the donations is to get that property, to be able to start housing, providing permanent placement for these animals. So.
You know, I bet somebody has some property either in Huntsville or some rural areas of Montgomery County.
Yeah.
And hopefully the more you're out there, because I know you're out there quite a bit.
Yes.
Lately. You're a member of 3 chambers?
3 chambers, yeah. And my goal is to hit 4 relationship building events a week. And then even more than that is building 2 relationships a week and just talking to people. We have our Million Bear March, and that's what I'm on, to reach 1 million people by next March. And we're probably at about, after WineFest last a couple weeks ago, we're probably at that 20 to 25,000 mark. So I've got a lot of work to do and spread the word. So sharing us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and things of that nature will help me reach that million people a lot faster than me just pounding the pavement.
I mean, you're the bear lady.
I'm the bear. That's what I'm known as. Nobody knows my real name. And nobody knows my husband's real name except for some close people.
So how is Poulsen able to help you?
Poulsen is my way into the kids. He's our education bear. So black bears are really small comparatively to what people think they are. So he's about the size of a normal black bear.
Stand up, Poulsen. Let's see how tall you are.
So they're about 6 feet tall.
Oh, so you're taller
at
than
the
me.
tallest. But generally, like the females will
From
be
head to toe.
Yeah, females will be a little bit smaller. But so generally weighing, 350, 400 pounds, upwards of 600 pounds at the largest. But most of the bears down here in Texas are a lot smaller. And then we also have our cardboard cutout life-size grizzly flatums. So he's a grizzly bear to show how tall a grizzly bear really is. And they're a part of our education programs that we do when we go into preschools, homeschools, groups, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, into the school systems and do some of the different educational pieces that we have as a part of our organization. They're a huge help because then people can visualize what they really are and not what the movies and stuff make them out to be.
So if you see a bear, do you just back away or not give eye contact or what?
Depends on a lot. Time of year, like right now they're in hyperphagia, which means they're eating a lot, getting ready for winter. Across the country, most of them will hibernate. Down here, they go into what's called a torpor, and they only sleep for a couple days, and they get up and eat and stuff. So they don't truly hibernate down here. And then, so this time of year, it's a little more dangerous to be close to them. Whereas in the spring, when they're still haven't had their coffee yet, coming out of that, they're a little more slow. But we use the rule of thumb. So you stick out your thumb, and if you can cover the entire bear with your thumb, you're a safe distance away.
You're too close. You're too close.
You're too close, Poulsen. And if you're a safe distance away, then sit and watch them. They're actually pretty peaceful creatures. Some have larger personal space bubbles than others. So again, use your best judgment and don't go take a selfie with it. That's like the huge thing right now and people are getting hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
They go over there and get a selfie with a bear?
Oh my gosh. People are jumping barriers in zoos and stuff like that. And these are still wild animals. And
why would you do that?
I don't know. To get that selfie to 5 minutes of fame, and then it turns into an incident. And then what happens is the animal loses its life, especially, in the wild. In captivity, and you jump the barriers, that's actually illegal. So don't do it. But yeah, if it's rule of thumb, if you're far enough distance away, sit and take pictures and enjoy it. And then slowly back away. If you're too close, slowly back away. If they seem to come towards you, make yourself large and go away, bear. Be loud and big, and stuff like that.
And that will scare them?
It should. I lost my train of thought with that. Their eyesight is worse than their sense of smell or their sense of hearing. So a lot of times they'll stand up to look and see to get a better range of sight. So it's not an aggressive behavior most of the time. But just stay
safe. Away from the bears.
Yeah, just stay away from them. Stay a safe distance and take your pictures and enjoy nature as it was meant to be. And then walk away slowly. But your best bet, if you're in the woods, you're hiking, make noise, sing songs, make sure they hear you and smell you before they see you. So that way you don't get too close.
So tell me about the bears real quick that are in the zoo. Are they
in the Houston Zoo?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. They just got a huge revamp on their habitat and it's absolutely amazing.
So it's good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're not like in danger because of where they are or being in a cage or whatever.
No. The thing with captive raised animals is they don't know any different. So these bears
their environment.
Were rescued and raised in that environment. And tripling the size of their enclosure, you can't go wrong with creating a larger enclosure for an animal that space provides. But yeah, they're well taken care of there at the Houston Zoo.
Do you have a relationship with them at the zoo?
Yes, with their keepers. So the zookeeping community is pretty small. And so I know the bear keepers and the tiger, I know a lot of the keepers down there and their love for these animals is, you feel my passion. Their passion is just as much, if not more some days, especially for like, the tapir keeper and the rhino keeper. The passion he has and what he wants for the wild tapirs is just unfathomable. It's pretty amazing what these keepers want to do for these animals, not only the ones they care for, but the ones in the wild that are either endangered and are losing habitat. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So everybody needs to come out 10 to 5 in Montgomery, OctorBEARfest for barbecue. Will there be sampling of the barbecue cook-off?
Yes, it'll be $5. You can
Okay.
sample, and there's you get to vote on which one you think is best.
Like a people's choice.
Yes, there's a people's choice. So.
Okay, so after you go to the bed races, hippity hop, because it'll be done by 10-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a fast race. The bed race, you do the bed race in downtown Conroe, then you go down to OctorBEARfest, and get you some food, get some plates of food, see the bear, talk to Katie, do wine pool. You have like a moonwalk and inflatables,
Yes.
vendors, crafts. It's fun. It's always fun in Montgomery.
Oh my gosh.
Not as much fun as downtown Conroe, just throwing that out there, but it's fun. Okay. And that's Bears Etc. It's easy to Google, easy to find on Facebook,
Yes.
Instagram, Twitter.
Yes.
Consistency is important.
Yes. And please spread the word. Invite us into your organization, any way we can get the
Be
word
a
out.
speaker.
Yes, invite me to come speak. I'm pretty funny. Well, I think I am. But because you can't be in rescue and not have a sense of humor, because some of the things that we do can get pretty down and dark where we're rescuing some of these animals from. So I try to keep it as lighthearted as possible while still saying this is happening out there to these bears.
Okay.
So,
Last question. What is
Okay.
the most unusual rescue you've done?
oh gosh.
Does Polson know?
What? When I used to do wildlife rehab, trying to catch geese and stuff was pretty crazy.
Geese
But
are challenging. They don't like to be touched.
but exotic wise, gosh, well, I guess so in May we rescued 5 bears from a home in Northeast Texas and took them to a facility in Arizona. They had been part of a traveling show. And the gentleman was passing from cancer and he couldn't take care of the bears anymore. The oldest bear, who had done this his entire life, knowing that this was his freedom ride, so to speak, if you've ever rescued a dog from the shelter, he wanted to go. He knew what was happening. He's 27 years old. The arthritis wouldn't allow him to step up into the transport cage, but he wanted to go. So seeing that, he's still at 27 years old and arthritis, he still wanted to go. And watching him walk out into his retirement, that's probably not as interesting as people would think, but to be able to do that for an animal and see them go into this gorgeous made for bears habitat, knowing this was his retirement, you know, to live out the rest of his life with dignity, was pretty amazing.
That's the way to go.
Yes.
Okay, Katie with Bears Etc. OctorBEARfest is on October 6th in Montgomery.
Yes.
Go to Bears Etc. and find out more. Thanks, Katie. We'll be right back. This is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
An estimated 1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
Hey Montgomery County and online listeners, thank you so very much for checking out Jazzy Vibes with Soul. What? You haven't done so yet? Well, you've got to tune in. Hi, I am the host of Jazzy Vibes with Soul, Miss CeCe Holmes, and I invite you to check us out every Friday and Saturday from 7 until 9 p.m., where you will get the best in old school R&B and, of course, a little smooth jazz to make it jazzy. So tune in. That's right, tune in every Friday and Saturday right here on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM, or worldwide at irlongstar.com.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information, or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776.
And we are back. I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News every Monday at noon till 1. And sitting next to me right now, across from me, is Amber Gong, and she is with the Dispute Resolution Center of Montgomery County. You say, what is that? Well, you know what? They're a nonprofit that have been across the street from the courthouse on Thompson for 30 years. 30 years, right, Amber?
Right. This is our 30th year anniversary this year. We've been doing a lot of service for the communities, over 1,000 mediations a year.
1,000 mediations. So instead of going to court, you can mediate there in the building with trained volunteers.
That is correct.
Why wouldn't you do that?
You know, I don't know. The process is faster. It's so much cheaper. It just makes sense.
It just is so simple. So anything that goes on that would take place, like in the justice of the peace, small claims courts, anything like that, neighbor disputes. What are some of the other things?
We also handle family matters. So divorce, maybe you weren't married but you had kids, so you need to figure out child support.
All that.
Things like that. We handle CPS cases. All the CPS cases in the county come to us. We do occasionally do some juvenile cases as well, but we don't get as many as those.
So they have a lot of things going on, and you just finished on Friday, September 28th.
Yes.
Yes, the bookmark art contest. That's any students in Montgomery County, kindergarten to 8th grade. It doesn't matter if they go to public school, private school, homeschool. If they're a student, they were eligible. So how many entries did you get for that?
We had 1,990 entries by 5 o'clock on the 28th.
Wow. So did they hand deliver those, or how did you get those?
Some of them came in the mail. Many of them were hand delivered. Sometimes the students themselves came in with their parents to give them to us.
Cool.
It was really neat to be able to
take
see some of the
pictures?
students. No, we didn't take any pictures of them there, but we will have pictures of the winners at the award ceremony.
So this is something that's been going on. This was the 5th year. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So the 5th year that it's going on, and on your website, resolution-center.org. There you go. Has all the rules, and they do this every year where you design a bookmark. And the winners, it's really a neat thing. It's all about how would you resolve conflicts.
That's exactly it. October is Conflict Resolution Month, and in order to, celebrate that, we do this with all of the students to help encourage them to come up with their own ideas on how to resolve conflict, how to prevent bullying, because that's a huge issue right now in our schools. I mean, probably always has been, but especially right now with social media, everything else, we want kids to come up with their own ways to resolve conflicts peacefully.
So I bet it's going to be such a challenge to look through all those bookmarks. Who does that?
We have a variety of judges that come through. We have some of our actual judges. I think this year we're going to have Judge Charlene Overstreet over. She's going to be one of our judges. We have people from the Conroe Art League and the Woodlands Art Council who come, and they kind of give their perspective as artists. We have some of our volunteer mediators. They also will give some of their input, and then just other members of the community, people from some of the bar associations. We have really just concerned members of the community. I think someone from the counseling center is going to be there as well, from Tri-County Health Center as well. We have, I think, over 20 judges coming on October 5th. That's when the judging is taking place.
Well, that's this week. That's Friday, I think. Yes.
That's Friday.
So then on Saturday, you have an event coming up in collaboration with the Woodlands Arts Council and the Conroe Art League with some artists at the Woodlands Mall.
Yes. We are really excited about this. Last year, we had over 1,700 entries to the bookmark art contest, and they decided to take all of the entries to make a mural that is going up in the Woodlands Mall on the 2nd floor near the food court, and the unveiling is going to be at 10 a.m. this Saturday. So anybody who can come should come. It's going to be really neat. It'll be up there. It's supposed to be a permanent display. Last I heard. And
how
so
exciting.
Cool.
And that helps get you guys out a little bit more too, so that people know about this place.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, how easy is that? I mean, everybody has conflicts, but it's all about how do you resolve them amicably, still making friends, still being kind to each other. You don't have to agree on everything. You just have to play well with others.
That's exactly it. So many of them come in and they say, just say sorry. We can be friends. You know, some of them are talking about real world issues going on right now too. It's our kids in this county have a lot of really great insight.
Isn't it funny? They sit and they watch us and they know.
They know.
So speaking of kids, you just had a baby.
I did, a little boy, and he's such a joy.
And what is his name?
Lee J.
So you had him 2 months ago?
Yes. He's 2.5 months now.
Wow.
Almost 3. He's grown.
So no, you're not a new mom. You have another baby too, don't you?
I'm a new mom. Yes.
You're a new mom. Okay.
Sure.
Well, I thought so, but
yeah.
How exciting.
And I'm really excited for him to be able to participate some year too. We're getting him started young on the peace building stuff.
Well, we miss seeing him on the radio show today.
Yes, he's taking his nap right now.
Well, and you got to let sleeping babies sleep.
Yes.
That's just the way that goes.
It is.
Yeah, I had my 6th grandchild was born a week ago.
Wow, congratulations.
I know, so it's been a lot of stuff going on with me too. But let's get back. So this is at 10 a.m. at the Woodlands Mall, upstairs at the food court.
Yes.
And you also have the Conflict Resolution Day, which will be on Thursday, October 19th. And that's the award ceremony. And I understand Judge Hamilton is involved in that too.
Yes. Judge Hamilton is going to be presenting the awards to the students. They usually in the past, they get a book that goes to the school. It's donated on their behalf. They get a little ribbon, and there's cash prizes involved as well. So it's really exciting for the students, I think, to be able to come. It's going to be at Commissioner's Court, so they actually come into a courtroom where a real judge is giving them their awards.
And Judge Hamilton really cares about the kids.
She
too.
does. She's so excited for this. Every year she sends us notes saying how much she loves it and how much she looks forward to it again the next year.
We're lucky to have her, both the kids and the vets and everything else that she puts her hands on.
Yeah.
She does a wonderful job. So for this event, you need some swag bags.
We do. Yes. Last year we handed out over 70 swag bags because we have the students who win, who come, but also any siblings that come with them. We're trying to give them the swag bags as well. So anything that,
Promotional merchandise.
Right, that people want to give. Last year we had some fidget spinners, some little stress dudes. Oh, goodness, I don't even remember. We had some gift cards to some businesses, like Dairy Queen had given us some $5 gift cards for all the students, and they loved it. It was so much fun to watch the kids pull out all the items.
And see what's in there. I mean, everybody likes to get a free gift.
Right.
So you're looking for over 100 or 100 or so.
Right.
People can donate these things and drop them off at your office.
That would be perfect. We're located.
Can they bring them through the security?
Yes. You go through security in the Keyshan building. We're at 301 North Thompson, and we're in Suite 106. First hallway on the right, first door.
It's very easy. It's right across from the main courthouse building, the entrance there. And you can even just walk in there and say that you're looking for the Dispute Resolution Center, and they will tell you where it is.
They know very well where it is.
So if you want to get your name out and you have something with a little label or pens or any kind of doodads, they'll just want to give the kids something.
Right.
We're also looking for some snacks, right? Non-messy snacks.
Yes.
To give the kids when they come in. Popcorn or...
in the past, we've done cupcakes. The icing kind of gets everywhere.
No icing, no cupcakes.
Yes, all that sugar. Kids loved it. Parents, maybe not as much.
Nuts and things like that might be good, depending on food allergies, things like that.
Right. Maybe some
Fruit.
granola. Fruit would be perfect.
Fruit bites,
trays.
things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and again, they can go on your Facebook page.
Yes.
And send you a message, or they can send you a message via your email.
Right. If you go to our website, resolution-center.org, we should have links to all the ways you can contact us via phone, email, Facebook. We're also on Twitter at DRCMCI. Any of those methods would be perfect.
Or they can send a message here, Conroe Culture News. There you go.
That would be perfect. Yeah, if they come in, we might end up talking to them about our social media contest that we have going on this month. It also ends on the 19th. Just promoting people to take the pledge to resolve conflicts peacefully. And we are also going to be at the award ceremony giving that to everybody who attends that, the children, teachers, parents, and friends who are coming with them. And it's just to promote peaceful resolution of conflicts. It's hashtag.
Can't we all just get along? What was the hashtag?
Hashtag I took the pledge.
I took the pledge.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you've had Justice of the Peace Wayne Mack do that.
Yes.
You've had some of your volunteers do that, mediators. Who else has taken the pledge?
So far, we have them. I know Judge Hamilton has taken it in the past for us as well. Past winners, we have some classes that'll do it together. We send the pledge out to the teachers, and
how fun.
they'll do it with their classes.
I've done it.
All right. Thank you. We love that. I've done it.
Yes.
I can tell you my little baby's going to be doing it. He might not know it yet, but he's going to be participating as well. Because it's so important that everyone finds their own way to
We need
promote peace.
politicians to do that.
Yes.
Right? Like now.
Yes. I think that
Before
would be
you're
great.
even elected, that's one of the things you need to do to get elected is resolve conflicts peaceably.
I think that would be great.
Get along with everybody.
Really
We all
great.
live in the same community.
And really anybody can join it from anywhere in the world. Facebook, social media unites us in one way or another. So if you're tagging people, spread the word, bring peace. That's what we're all about.
Okay. Anything else you want to add, Amber? What's your role there?
I am the volunteer coordinator. So anybody who's interested in volunteering with us can contact me. It's amber.gong@mctx.org. And I will be more than happy to talk to you about the opportunities. We do have volunteers outside of just mediators, in both with the award ceremony, anyone who might want to help with that. We're always looking for volunteers for that. The judging, anything just with the center in general, we have.
And you're a
plenty of positions.
nonprofit.
Right.
So
right.
again, they can make a donation and get it for their taxes too.
There you go. And we would love that. We would love that.
So if you want to donate any clean fruit, snacks, something for October 19th, or something for the swag bags for the students that have participated and some of the teachers and the siblings, that would be awesome. Would love to see that.
Please and thank you.
And just go there to learn how to resolve conflicts.
Yes.
I mean, you have a lot of the county that's working with you right now. You have different precincts, and you're hoping to get all of them.
One day. That is the goal.
That's the goal.
Right now we do a lot with Justice of the Peace 1 with Judge Mack, and then Justice of the Peace 3, which is currently Judge Connolly. We'll actually send our mediators there to the Justice of the Peace courts to help resolve conflicts there at the dockets, they always love
perfect.
that. Yeah.
That's perfect. Okay, well, we will take a short break and come back with our last guest, which is Claire Lindsay, candidate for JP in Precinct 3. I'm Margie Taylor. We'll be right back.
Hey, Montgomery County and online listeners. Thank you so very much for checking out Jazzy Vibes with Soul. What? You haven't done so yet? Well, you've got to tune in. Hi, I am the host of Jazzy Vibes with Soul, Miss CC Holmes, and I invite you to check us out every Friday and Saturday from 7 until 9 p.m., where you will get the best in old school R&B and, of course, a little smooth jazz to make it jazzy. So tune in. That's right, tune in every Friday and Saturday right here on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM, or worldwide at irlongstar.com.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Remember to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on your computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
We are back for our last segment today. And again, this is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic Center at 3303 West Davis in Conroe, by Conroe High School and Taco Bell. Go there for all your chiropractic needs, from prenatal to newborns to youth exams to anybody for any reason. I mean, you don't realize how much it's all connected, your back, your nervous system, and all that. And it can make a total difference in getting along with everybody.
Exactly.
So sitting here with me right now is Claire Lindsay. And there's a lot more to Claire than you may realize, too. And she's a candidate for JP in Precinct 3. She is the Democrat candidate for the race that's coming up on November 6th with early voting.
October 22nd.
October 22nd. So that's coming up sooner than we know.
Yep, 21 days.
And I believe the last day to register is like next week.
The 9th.
Yes.
And so you can go by any of I know the Democratic office, they have voter registrars there, and or you go by the elections office, or you can even go online to fill out your form, make sure it's at the right address.
And that doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just go register and do the right thing, because your vote really does make a difference, especially in these small local races. It makes a huge difference. So tell me a little bit about your experience first, and then why you decided to run for JP.
Sure. So I'm from the area originally. We did move away, but we moved back when I started high school. I graduated from the Woodlands High School. I have an undergraduate degree from Trinity University in San Antonio, and then I decided to give the East Coast a shot, and I went to law school in New York at New York Law School, and then I came back here upon graduating. I've been practicing here in this community. Right now, I mainly represent children and indigent parents in child protective services cases, which take up a bulk of my time. And the reason why I'm decided to run for the JP is that it's really a community court, and CPS is a real community court. And I felt like that's where my strength is to kind of having real solutions for people's everyday problems. And so I was in court this morning, court tomorrow. And so that's really the main reason why I'm running, is because it is an important court, and I do have a law degree, and it's important to have good, sound legal decisions made based on the law. And I know Harris County, about 10 of those JPs, they have law degrees. And I think Montgomery County needs to have one, because we're, just north of Harris County, and it's an important job.
Now, you don't have to have a law degree.
No. And you also don't have to have a law degree to be on the U.S. Supreme Court.
So there you go. Let's go into the Supreme Court. Let's not talk about that today.
No.
So, but you do have that background, and I'm sure you've been in Judge Connolly's court and seen it work.
Yeah. And so it's a busy courtroom, and it's actually the highest docket volume that Montgomery County has in the JP. And one of the important things that I think most people don't realize what JPs do is it's more than marrying people and doing inquests. It's doing small claim cases up to $10,000. It's doing school truancy, which I think is really important because the legislature has given JPs a lot of leeway on addressing the problems and let the JP try and help fix it. So whether or not kids are having a drug and alcohol problem, they can send them to rehab, or if school just isn't right for them, because it's not right for everyone, having them go do a GED program to really address the root of the problem, because, education is the foundation to everything as you do an adult.
Absolutely. So you've also worked in a public advocate's office, which gave you a lot of great experience. And I read that is a highly regarded position as well.
Yeah. So in law school, I did that for the public advocate, which is the ombuds for this city of New York. And it's the second highest office. I worked in the campaign and then for the general counsel. And that was a really great experience being in City Hall. Saw Law and Order episodes being shot there occasionally. So that was kind of neat seeing Sam Waterston and everything. But yeah, so that was a really great experience.
And you're a mom, married with 2 children.
Yes.
And you also signed up when you were pregnant, or when your baby was a newborn?
So I have 2 girls. Grace, she's in first grade. She's 6 years old. And then Isla, she is 7 months old last week. So I was 30 weeks pregnant when I announced my candidacy, filed my paperwork.
Wow.
And
go, Mom, go.
Yeah. And I brought Isla when she was 8 days old to vote for me in the Democratic primary. So that was a really sweet experience to be able to show at my daughter's elementary school. So
you're a local girl trying to make things right locally.
Exactly. Because, Judge Connolly has done a great job. No one, I think, can really doubt that. And so I'm hopefully wanting to continue on her legacy of doing a really good job for the JP office.
So do you think that the office is a political thing with Republicans or Democrats or any of that? Or what is your feeling on that?
It really shouldn't be, especially for this type of courtroom. There is talk about trying, because the important thing for a judge is to have someone who's qualified. And there's some talk going around back and forth as to whether or not it should be a partisan race or if it just be, a nonpartisan, like for the Woodlands Township or something like that, just so you do get the most qualified person on the bench. And there's also talk about counties greater than 500,000 people, which Montgomery County is to require JPs having a law license, because it is, back in the day when it was the wild, wild west, when this office was created, Texas wasn't that populated, but now it's definitely a high pressure, high paced courtroom that attorneys and lay people are in daily.
So do you feel, Claire, that really is the reason you're most qualified between the two of you, you and Matt Beasley, is because of your legal background?
Yeah, definitely. Because everything that I've done is to try to give back to the community. I'm the chair for the Walk MS, which is October 27th over at Rob Fleming Park, and just trying to really give back to the community and put my talents and skills to the best use that I feel like it can be.
Have you been in any kind of a debate with Matt?
No, unfortunately I haven't. I've showed up to several and he hasn't appeared. And so I think that that's really important, because it is a part of democracy, is to have the candidates show what they stand for and what's important to them. And it's unfortunate. I would love to have at least even a sit-down chat. If it doesn't have to be a debate, but just to kind of put what I envision for the office and what he does, because I think an informed electorate is the best thing for this county. And
have you personally reached out to him?
No, but I think I'll be doing that. I think I've seen him at a few things.
I have his number.
Oh, great. I will get that from you.
Maybe you both could come on the show.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
I hadn't thought of that. We
yeah,
could do that.
That would be great.
If you wanted to do that.
Yes. I will clear my Mondays.
I'm all about media and just sharing and letting people know what's going on. He's a good guy.
He is. He's very nice.
And to me, the whole local politics isn't about one person being a bad person necessarily. No. It's about who's the most qualified for the position.
Exactly.
And so it's all about letting people know who has the qualifications that they're looking for in a candidate.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I will clear all my Mondays. Whatever works for you or him.
Let's talk to Matt.
Yes.
And see. Yeah, because there's only a few more coming up. So what is the most important thing you'd like people to know?
Please go to my website to have look at my full resume. It's claire4jp3.com, and the 4 is spelled out. Please go to my Facebook page. My talent is not with social media, so I'm trying to get out. My talent is in the courtroom. So please go there, share, like my page, get a yard sign. My dad's my campaign manager, and he would love to drop one off. So please go out there, vote, 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 vote.
Okay. That's about does it. So go check out Claire, go check out Amber Gong and Dispute Resolution Center, and absolutely go talk to Polson with Bears, etc. That's the end of our show for today. We'll have a link to the show and everything if you missed any of it on Conroe Culture News. I'm Margie Taylor. Have a great afternoon.